Well, researchers say that most women today feel terrible about their bodies. In fact, most adult women say they're disgusted by the way they look.
And young girls are on the same path. The American Academy of Pediatrics says over a third of elementary school girls have been on at least one diet. A pair of Utah researchers say it is a problem of epidemic proportions.
Yeah, Christina Flores here with more on this story tonight. I'm sure this isn't what parents want to hear from their daughters, Christina.
No, not at all. But if you look at the movies, if you look at magazines, TV shows, even at school, girls are getting messages from all over the place telling them that they need to be prettier, even sexier. And social media have only made girls more obsessed with their looks. And the results are not always pretty. 15-year-old Jessie Gordon has spent most of her young life perfecting her skills at the gym. She is strong, she's in great shape. It's clear to everyone, but Jessie.
Always hated my thighs. I've always thought they were way too big.
Do you think you're beautiful?
Yeah, but I have to remind myself sometimes, because sometimes I look in the mirror and don't think that. And it just makes me mad, so I just walk away.
Jessie's disdain for her body is normal. Studies show more than ever, women and girls are disgusted by their own bodies. 6 out of 10 girls believe they'd be happier if they were thinner. A study in 2010 showed 35% of 6 to 12-year-olds have been on a diet at least once. Researchers say the trend is not getting better.
So we see studies now that show young girls as young as 3 years old are trying to go on diets, are talking about themselves in negative ways.
Glam it up, brats all glammed up. And it's no wonder. From a young age, girls are bombarded with messages that make them feel they aren't pretty enough, not thin enough, not sexy enough.
Next time they make a Barbie doll, will it be you?
The messages are coming from the girls they watch on TV, the dolls they play with, their friends at school, and online.
That creates this new standard of what normal looks like, and little girls growing up can't just naturally meet that standard. It creates really insane body image anxiety among girls. So body shame and anxiety are just at epidemic proportions.
Sisters Lexi and Lindsay Kite are PhD candidates at the University of Utah. They study the effects of media messages on perceptions of beauty. They are on a mission to help girls take back their beauty, and they are countering cosmetic surgery billboards with billboards of their own. They're also speaking across the country, telling girls and their parents to reject all messages that make girls believe their bodies are not good enough.
This idea that from the time girls are very young, they learn from a media world that they are parts that need to be fixated. We feel very passionately about helping girls and women to get past this state of self-objectification, to get past being locked inside this prison of just thinking of what we look like all the time.
From the time she was 6 or 7, Jessie Gordon was convinced that she needed to fix her body.
I would think that if I lost weight, that it would make my thighs smaller.
Jessie's childhood obsession with her looks grew. By the age of 12, she had an eating disorder.
It's horrifying. It's the most frightening thing I've ever been through. And I've been through a few frightening things in my life.
Jessie's bones were protruding. She was weak. A doctor confirmed she had anorexia. Her heart rate was in dangerous territory.
And she called me in tears and she said, "Daddy, I'm scared." And I said, "Scared of what?" And she said, "I'm scared I'm gonna die." And no father or no parent should have to hear that.
I would go down to her bedroom and check her pulse and try to convince myself not to be surprised if she was dead. I mean, she was so thin and she wasn't eating anything.
It turned life upside down for the entire family.
Killed me inside, and I didn't want to lose my sister.
Jessie is healthier now, but she'll need years of counseling.
Little girls who are self-conscious of their bodies, who are fixated on what they look like instead of getting on to everything more important, lose out in every possible way. They don't get out and move and live and do and be because they're self-conscious of what they look like.
And if you're wondering whether your daughter is too fixated on her looks, just check her Facebook or Instagram. Is she posting a lot of selfies?
Where they take these individual pictures of themselves.
The online world has become a big way for girls to use picture after picture, sometimes photoshopped or altered, as a way to prove themselves, seeking approval and acceptance for the way they look. not for who they are or what they do.
It's dangerous for that girl because she's perpetuating this ideal that she's seen, that she's to be looked at. And so for a mom who sees that, or a dad, it's a hard territory to be in because you don't want to hurt your daughter's feelings and you don't want to make her mad at you. But it would be so important for young girls to stay off of social networking completely, as long as possible, as long as you can keep them away.
I would like her to know she is an amazing person no matter what size she is.
Jessie's mom and dad say it's up to parents to teach girls what beauty really is.
Really have to focus on who these girls are, what is beautiful inside them.
So of course it is okay to tell a girl that she's beautiful, but the experts say if you're going to have a conversation with your daughter about beauty, make sure you keep that conversation focused on what's healthy. We put some strategies on our website that the experts in our story have offered to deal with some of these issues, so just go there to KUTV.com. I've posted a link. Mark and Shauna, this is a lot of food for thought for parents, but really nowadays this is a really important subject to think about if you are raising girls.
And if you are raising girls, Christina, a lot of this comes from the moms because these moms have the same body image issues as the girls do.
Bingo. That was, one thing that I learned from the researchers is that you have to watch what you're saying and doing as a mom because, of course, your daughter is going to mimic everything that you do.
Great story, Christina. And I know a lot of girls struggle with this. A lot of families struggle with it. Yeah. I struggle with it in my family with a couple of sisters a long time ago. So this problem's been around for a long time. And and if you have it, you need to talk to somebody. You need to get some help. So I appreciate the story.
Absolutely.
All right.